Hey all, this is Keshia, and when back into ancient practices and finding a place of peace that you want to create as your sacred space in your home. All right, it's essential when you're doing this that you could start to have a place that is just sacred just for that. Just like how we have, bathroom is for that, kitchen, and you have a study area for studying, you have your living room or your a basement or some area that you may you rest, watch TV, veg out in. You want a space in your home for you to meditate and have your sacred practices in. Okay, it helps because if everything's energy and frequency, um, then you want to make sure that that space, that area is clear, and it can also hold your growth. It not only holds your growth, but it hold that positive energy that you keep placing in there. So that anytime you're feeling low, you can go there and start to feel yourself elevate, go higher. Okay. Now, I say choose a space that you're most comfortable in. Like, how do you choose a space? It's just find the space that you're most comfortable in. Okay. Uh, I prefer like a bedroom, but that's where you choose is completely up to you, and depending on your living arrangements and how personal you want this to be. Some people may have like altars all around their home and spaces where they can just channel that frequency whenever they're there, whenever it's needed. It's really up to your preference. But wherever you choose, whether it's one space or multiple spaces, the key ingredient is that you want it clear. All right. So when you're selecting your space, you clear the space by like removing any, like, you don't want anything else there. Like, you don't want your bills and all your and anything negative there. Okay, you don't want your old files, your to-do list, your clothes and everything else that's bringing in energy there. So this kind of goes with the elements of feng shui, where you rearrange and move, put things in your home, based on where it's sitting on the hemisphere, north, east, west, south, and what's best for you to what's the best way to channel the energy. Okay, so it's the same with choosing your space. So find some place that's private for you, where you can be able to do your meditations. When you're feeling low, you can raise your vibe and allow yourself to surrender when needed, which surrendering could entail anything: crying, pain, um, anything negative, just letting things go and releasing it, as well as a place where you can be able to commune with your, however you normally do, spiritually. Okay. Um, so you clear all of that area out, and then you do some of the things that we were talking about in regards to smudging and cleansing, with your space. You do the physical things to clear your space as well. So you clean everything out, vacuum all that wonderful stuff, clear it out. You want it to be clean. Two, you want to and have it purified, whether through any of the modalities that we were referencing in this course. And then two, you want to make it comfortable for yourself. Okay, so comfort may be maybe a meditation pillow, a yoga mat. Some folks get like a little altar where they want to be able to do their prayers, maybe light a candle, as well as they may have rituals that they do in regards to their ancestors, whichever the case may be. And by creating those elements on there, in that space. um, the altars are good if you know what you're doing, so to speak. I wouldn't recommend it if you're uncertain, because everything out there is real. The energy and frequency that's emitted, both positive and negative, is a real thing. So just as well as there's angels, as well as someone else can be experiencing entities. So with the altars, I suggest to use that when you're in a spiritual space, maybe after you had some healing work done. Maybe you went to a therapist, you've gone through church prayer, you've had some energy work done through an energy healer like myself. You could book a one-on-one, and you've had that coaching and consulting where, okay, it's safe for you to, to do that. And basically the altars, it's a way of just like communicating, and leaving a sacred space for in an open channel for you to connect with, the divine. You don't necessarily need one because you can connect internally this way, but the altars do help by showing your appreciation and, for that. All right. So I don't want. I'm kind of hemming because I don't want to go too far into the altars right now. It's more about creating that sacred space, and you really want to keep that space clear. Like you don't want to make it a room that you can easily argue in, or like leave negative energy there. So even if you do like surrender and you clear in that space, is make sure that you do the cleansing afterwards, whether it's saging, salt, or whatever the case may be. All right. So creating a space is all about allowing and honoring your spiritual being, and allowing yourself to pray or meditate and connect in this divine space, so that way you can, increase and enhance your channel to raise your vibration in a positive way.